And we're back.
We're back with another WWE special. Yeah, and it's not only the WWE special part 2. It's also like really heavily Big Show related.
Yeah.
So get prepared for that, and we've been going through some stuff. So what's been happening since last episode?
A lot of work.
Lots of work.
Lots and lots of work.
You said you've gone 10 days straight?
Yeah. Marathon to that bitch.
Yeah, it's going to be a good paycheck, though.
It is. It's going to be super sweet.
Yeah.
So much overtime. Icing on the cake.
Now, if y'all know who we are, I'm Captain Cool, Prince of all podcasters, and that's the Butt Chugger Bananas VJ.
And if you don't know who we are, then you are one of our many subscribers who just never listen to us, or you are somebody who just randomly stumbled onto this, and you're like, why not?
Or you're my dad who has amnesia.
Yeah. He forgets who we are all the time.
And this is Two Guys in the Dark podcast.
Two Guys in the Dark.
Alright. So, also, we're still surviving through the coronavirus.
Yes, this pandemic has lasted a good...
Seems like forever.
Since January? Maybe December of last year?
It kind of got bad for us in the USA.
In March.
That's when things kind of got shitty, but yeah, we're surviving. How's it been for you?
It's about the same. Just with a lot of face masks and gloves and not getting close to people and other than that, it's just about the same.
Well,
bunch of dickheads wanting to buy shit.
Yeah, they are dickheads.
Yeah.
Alright, I think it's time we go to our first segment, which this week, our first segment is this week's sponsor. This week is sponsored by picsofmojojojosbutt.com. This website, you can check out fan drawings and what they really detailed pictures of Mojo Jojo's butt.
Now, do you imagine that they've each sat down with him and they're like, "All right, Mr. Mojo Jojo, spread them." And he's like, "Mojo Jojo does not spread his butt for just anyone." And they pay him $500 and he spreads them and they each draw a picture of his asshole.
Yes, and they were very gracious with us. They're sponsoring the show, and so go check them out. Tell them Two Guys in the Dark sent you, and
20% discount
off of original Mojo Jojo butthole, photos, pictures,
and pictures,
and T-shirts.
Yes, T-shirts. Use the code 2Guys to get your 20% off.
All right, now. It's now time for VJ's favorite segment, the Tournament of Champions. Alright, now currently we're going through the cereal tournament.
What the fuck's wrong with this bowl?
What do you mean?
What the fuck's wrong with it? It's got crusted... Dude, did you grab two dirty bowls? Where'd you grab these from?
They were from the cabinet.
No, because you could I just scraped that off the side of the bowl.
I need to talk to my dad. He's the one who washes these things. Is it the paint? I think it's the bowls. I think it's the bowls.
Very interesting for the podcast.
Yes. Hopefully this doesn't affect the way the cereals will taste.
For some reason, these both taste like ass.
Alright. We're doing the cereal tournament. This is still round 1.
It smells like cigarettes.
Okay. Alright. BJ, would you like to...
Praise and brine. No. Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, weighing in at exactly 1 pound and 8 ounces. From the United States of America. Right?
We're assuming.
The heart-healthy, delicious raisins, perfectly balanced with crisp toasted bran flakes. Kellogg's Raisin Bran. And his opponent, weighing in at exactly 1 pound 7 ounces. You know him, you love him, you dig him. The honey smacking good Honey Smacks.
All right, it's Honey Smacks versus Raisin Bran. Who we going after first?
Who do you want to go after first?
I want to do the Honey Smacks.
Let's smack them asses then. Yeah, because I know you're an old man and you love you some Raisin Bran.
I do, but it's been a while since I've had Honey Smacks. So perhaps I will have a change of mind.
You just spilled milk all over the place.
Yeah. I'm not a good milk pourer.
Do not clean it up with my socks, because I will clean your face up with my sock.
You got into the hole of the bed.
Oh, then you're fine. The bed'll just drink it.
Yum, 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 yum.
It's like calcium, finally.
It smells good.
Really? It still smells like cigarettes to me.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. It smells like burnt popcorn. Definitely doesn't taste like burnt popcorn.
Are these a lot harder than I remember?
No. Usually you let your cereal get soggy.
I poured it. What are you thinking on this? It looks like little boogers.
It don't taste bad.
But it don't taste great, though.
Kind of tastes like almost Honey Nut Cheerios. Like almost as good as Honey Nut Cheerios. Not as good, but almost as good. It's like Pops, but with like a different flavor and too much residuals left behind.
I don't know if I'm digging this one. I thought it would be a lot better than I remembered. And it turns out it wasn't as good as memory.
This used to be my dad's favorite cereal. I used to remember thinking, why does it look like Black Eyed Peas?
I wish he would have liked a better one, but
I mean, he liked other cereals too, but he bought Honey Nut Cheerios a lot. No, actually, his favorite cereal was Fruity Pebbles, but he loved these two.
okay.
I had to think about it because I used to hate Fruity Pebbles because he would buy them all the time. Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles. Now I'm just like, sometimes I'll be sitting around the house like, man, I could really go for a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. Yeah, not as good as I remembered.
Do you like raisins?
What? What? I mean, raisins are not my favorite. Wow.
I don't know many people besides my mom who actually likes Raisin Bran besides me. So I'm like, oh man, I hope it gets at least around 2. But nobody likes raisins, so I don't see it getting very far.
Well, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with raisins.
Okie dokie. Smokey. You ready for the next contender?
Yes, sir. Out of all the cereals we've ate, it looks the most boring. It looks like somebody took a mulch,
mulch.
took a bunch of mulch with like little rabbit shit in it, tried to feed it to a kid. Smells like sadness.
It smells like retirement homes.
It does.
But
shit,
all those old people can't be wrong.
It smells like a Nazi nursing home.
Not as good as I remember them. Maybe you're right. Maybe I sog it up before I eat it. Well, it's so much better that way because it's like not as hard.
You know, I was really hoping this would taste better than it does. Like I didn't want Honey Smacks to make it to the next round because I was like, man, I really don't like this as much as I thought I did. But you had to put it up against the one cereal that could beat it. I mean, that could lose to it. Oh, man. I think I like Raisin Bran Crunch, though. Which is weird.
Actually, the more I get into it, the more I like it.
The more you eat Raisin Bran?
Yeah.
Are we about to pass this to the next round just so we don't have to eat Honey Smacks again? I just would like to meet the guy who made this cereal. He made Bran Crunch, and he's like, this is terrible. Well, let's add milk to it. It's called a cereal. Yeah, it's still terrible. Alright, well, let's add let's add like the least happy thing we can think of that's somewhat sweet to it. Dark chocolate. No, raisins. Let's put raisins in it.
I actually like raisins, but I hate dark chocolate, so
I mean, it's weird because the more I eat this, the more I'm like, man, I might not have diarrhea because of this. It's going to be one big solid dump because of all this bran. Next time we need to do a cereal milk competition.
The cereal what?
Cereal milk competition.
What's that?
It's where you take all the cereals, shake them up in a cup with some milk, and then strain all the milk out with all the cereals still in the cup, and you drink the cereal milk. See which one has the best flavored cereal milk.
Really? Never heard of that.
You ever watched the Cleveland Browns show?
3 Browns.
Junior!
3 Browns.
Cereal milk! I said the Cleveland Browns.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I just haven't seen like every episode. I own the whole series, but
I know who you think keeps watching it on Voodoo.
You. Someone watched like a fucking minute of a movie the other day. I'm like, why? I only want to watch 1 minute.
What was it?
Underwater.
I bought it, started it. Leslie started cleaning the house, so I paused it. I was like, fuck. Then, like 45 minutes later, she comes back in the room and I'm passed out.
I feel like she just hears you having like trying to have a good time. She always
No, she was supposed to watch it with me.
Stop it.
We're gonna do a marathon next weekend.
Oh yeah.
Watch Underwater and both the 47 Meters movies.
Oh, okay.
I bought them. I bought all 3 of those. Which reminds me to tell you,
change the credit card thing. For people at home, I want you to know how pissed I am right now. Don't laugh. Don't be proud.
Wait.
Don't be proud of yourself.
Wait a minute.
Don't be proud of yourself.
So did they not hear my secret message to them?
No, because you're big fucking.
But I didn't even push play or pause. I bet you paused it before you left the room. You sack of shit.
I would have remembered.
All right. So if it doesn't have my secret message to them, then you press pause. But if it does, then it was all on me.
It is on you because I know.
So we'll find out. We'll find out.
I know
later.
what happened.
We'll find out later when we listen to the podcast.
I looked around
because there's so many times. That, I'm Sean. I know what happened. I have the best memory ever. And then I'll listen to the podcast. I'll be like, he was wrong. He knows he's wrong now because he got to listen to the edit and be like, fuck.
Yeah, well, I'm right this time. So I left the room and he went to go talk to the microphone, and his big old fucking gorilla hands must have hit pause.
I blame Sean.
Okay, so
shouldn't have left the room.
I'm pretty sure we left off after eating the cereal, and we haven't picked a winner yet.
Oh fuck! And well, the winner is Honey Smacks.
No. When we originally
no. They don't know shit about shit, so it's like we gotta do it again.
So here's what happened.
Best 2 out of 3.
Here's what happened.
No.
When we originally recorded,
no. You can't just get them caught back up. We gotta do the best 2 out of 3.
Okay, well they don't even know who we're voting for.
Yeah, they do. They know Honey Smacks and they know Kellogg's, and we gotta find out who the best is.
Kellogg's is a brand. It's Raisin Bran.
Oh yeah, sorry, the shitty stuff.
So basically, I'm pissed. Basically, Raisin Bran is going up against Honey Smacks, and I'm picking Raisin Bran. He's picking Honey Smacks, and I actually won. I actually won a rock paper scissors tournament against him to win for Raisin Bran.
You know what the best thing about this is?
What?
Is how far we got into the episode before you realized
so close to being done
that it was paused. We recorded this whole episode, and then dude looks down. He said, "Hey, did you pause this?" Because it still says 18 minutes, and we should be at like an hour and 18 minutes. Face is so red right now. Oh.
You know you're not allowed to touch this anymore, right? Like, you know you are banned from touching this thing, right?
Alright, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to give you a quick refresher. This is going to be the shortest episode in Newcast history. Some of you out there are probably like, yes, thank you so much. So we voted. Kellogg's Nasty Ass Raisin Bran made it to the next round.
That's not the name of the cereal.
Kellogg's Nasty Ass Raisin Bran made it to the next round. Then Sean introduced another file you guys have been so interested in. That's right. He brought back the "Am I a Bad Person?" segment.
Should I retell the story?
Yes, but tell it very quickly. Just kidding. Don't do that.
So
we'll come back to that. First, we're gonna go ahead and tell you about the shit we eat segment, because we can go ahead and get that out of the way.
Okay.
We tried the shit we eat, and this week we got Dr. Pepper Twizzlers.
Which was
terrible.
Wasn't terrible.
Well, it was
just,
like right in the
bland.
middle. Then we got Jolly Rancher smoothie flavored hard candies.
Which only the orange was good.
Only the orange one. Then of course we got these new Black Forest gummy bears. Meh. A little bit better than the Dr. Pepper Twizzlers.
Yeah.
But the best thing we tried so far is the Trolley Sour Bright Blasts, which I still want to say we've definitely tried before in the podcast. I don't know why I think we have.
Well, now we know never to try it again.
What are you talking about? This is like my favorite candy.
Yeah, but like we don't have to eat it.
Oh, we don't have to eat it on the podcast ever.
Yes.
I thought you meant like never, ever, ever eat it again. And it gets a check plus. So that is as much catching up as we're going to do in the retarded realm. Now we're going back to regular speed.
Okay. Also, real quick, video of the week, which was John Morrison and The Miz, Hey Hey Ho Ho rap music video, which was actually pretty good. They did this rap against the New Day and Usos, and pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, I actually liked it too. Very few times Sean's picked something that's interesting.
Very few. I mean, I feel like there's...
I like how you said very few to follow up what I said.
I
You're
was like
yeah, very few, and then you thought about it.
I was saying it like sarcastically.
Not liar.
I feel like...
He got caught is what it is.
I think almost all of them's been amazing. And maybe one or two that were just like, I think most part, they're all wonderful. Another wonderful one adds to bunch. You can check out this video on Two Guys in the Dark on Facebook. And you can check out all of our other videos on there as well. Now we're going to jump to Am I a Bad Person?
Yes, you are.
So, this week we're talking about the Chelsea girl again, who's, been around a lot. I was going through some old text messages, and she sent me a text saying, hey, I'm watching, I think it's supposed to be Strangeland, but she put a Y in front of it instead of the fucking T. Says, I'm watching Strangeland. Have you seen it? I said, no. Never seen this, or I ain't even heard of it. What's it about? She said, it's a horror movie, but that's all she said. She said, it's, I was like, what's this movie about? It's a horror movie. So I said, cool, nice description. I gathered that. Could you imagine if that was the description of every horror movie on the back of the box? And yeah. That's all I remember saying. I don't think she said anything back after that for a while.
She was like, what a dick. But in reality, I agree with you on that. Like, I don't think it was a bad move on your part.
But then there's a part 2, which happened like yesterday, where I was at work, and she sent me a text like, hey, Sean, this is an emergency. Can you pick me up? I'm like, what's up? She was, my cat's very sick, and I need to take it to the hospital. And I just put, I'm at work. And later on, I text her back. She says, well, it's not. I'm worried he's going to die. Can you help me out? I'm like, well, I'm at work. You're going to have to take an Uber. She goes, well, I can't get an Uber. I think she lives in, like, was it Loudon?
Loudon, I guess.
I guess, yeah. It's like 40 minutes away, wherever this place is. It's a 40-50 minutes place. I was like, no, you need to get Uber. She goes, I can't get an Uber up here. They don't come up here. I was like, I'm at work. And she asked me what time I get off work. And I got off at work at 1, but I just told her 4, so she'd fuck off. And she says, damn. And just stopped texting me. But she lives with 3 other people, so if she can't get one of them to get her a ride, the cat's just dead.
What does it mean? You had to drive all the way out there for 40 minutes? I mean, I do feel bad for the kitty cat, but...
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little...
Yeah.
It's a little much to ask of somebody you don't even talk to ever anymore.
Yeah. So I was like, nah, get out of here. Get out of here, you jabroni. That's what I said. I didn't say that to her, but that's what I meant.
That's what I thought in my head. I didn't say it. Ghosted Files.
Hey, don't take this from me. Do 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 do. Ghosted Files. All right.
Hey, don't take this away from me. That's what you said. That's what you sound like.
All right. So this time I pulled an archive out. Not really a recent girl. This is one before Mary. This is the girl I slept with before I ever got with Mary. VJ's cringing because he's already heard this story. So.
Well, he's heard it before. It was even on the podcast last time that it was unrecorded.
Yeah, so usually I meet girls on like a dating profile, online, dating websites. Not so much on this one.
Craigslist.
This was like this is like my origin story to get to the dating profiles. Yes. Met her on Craigslist. She's 44 when I met her.
Which meant she was probably 47.
I was 22.
48.
I was 22. She was a smoker, and she had me pick her up behind a McDonald's.
And she also has a 17-year-old son.
Daughter.
Whatever.
Who lives in California. Anyway. So I picked her up behind a McDonald's, which later on, one of my friends was like, ain't that where all those prostitutes hang out? I'm like, no. No.
Yeah.
Picked her up, took her to Sonic. We ate some Sonic. We were going to go see a movie, but I couldn't. My GPS kept taking me the wrong places, so I was like, well, fuck it, we're not going to go see a movie. So I took her to a hotel, which ironically, Mary ended up working at in the future. So I was like, I ended up telling her eventually, I was like, hey, you know I fucked someone in your hotel, right? So, anyway. Yeah, and we went there, we made out, but like she smoked, so like my whole taste buds tasted like cigarettes. And then when I ate her out, it tasted like a fucking ashtray. And then that's where the nickname Ashtray came from.
Yeah. Yeah, why couldn't this be the question of, am I a bad person?
So, yeah, took her home behind the McDonald's and went on my way. She texted me like a month or two later. But by this point, I was already like with Mary. And I was like, nah, never mind. I kind of like ignored her. And that was the end of me and Ashtray.
Ashtray.
This is definitely the oldest I've been with. What's your oldest?
Well, I think now she's like 29.
Really?
Yeah.
They said it was one in their 30s before.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, this one's probably like 48, 49 now.
Someone in their 30s.
Alright.
No. I mean, I thought she was in her 30s, but last time I talked to her, she told me she was 29. I don't know if I believe it, but...
Okay.
I'm pretty sure when I was 19, she was like 25? I don't know.
So it's now time for...
23, 24? Oh.
Cool. Great.
Great.
Now it's now time for pay-per-view report card. Again.
This week, we're doing the Wrestle Mania 36.
Mm-hmm. And my biggest complaint, I wasn't there. Because I had a fucking ticket to this show.
Oh, little baby did get to go to WrestleMania. You know why? The universe was like, fuck you, you don't get to go without VJ.
Well, me and my buddy Commissioner Kevin, you may know him from the shows. He was supposed to be there, and because he bought my ticket, and then I was going to take us down there, and it's all gone. So what'd you think of WrestleMania 36?
I liked it.
I liked it too. It was 2 epic nights instead of 1, which I digged. I think they only did that because they can this year.
I think they wanted us to just have, like, you know, instead of having to sit in front of the TV for like a solid 6 hours.
It was longer than that. Last year's was longer than that.
Well, 7 or 8 hours. Instead of making us sit there for hours, they wanted us to
just enjoy
a 2-night event and just And I actually liked that because it was shorter. I could, shorter gulps.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it as well. My favorite matches were top 3. Number 3, which was AJ versus Taker, which was just bad as fuck. It was whooped the shit out of each other. Number 2 was Otis and Ziggler, which I thought was really great. I thought it was a really great story. My favorite was Edge versus Orton, which I thought had the best story. It was really cool. Beat the shit out of each other. And what did you think?
My favorite match was Edge versus Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And my second favorite was the Taker versus AJ Styles. And then a little different. My third favorite was Otis. No, not Otis. Was Aleister Black versus
Bobby Lashley.
But it's also tied with the triple threat ladder match because I really loved that match. The Miz and Morrison, Morrison fighting for their team, Kofi fighting for his team, and was it Jimmy?
It was one of the Usos.
One of the Usos fighting for his team.
Yeah, apparently Miz was sick, so they just did a triple threat. Did you like that? I wished it was like,
I liked the match. I liked the way it ended.
Yeah, but like, I definitely would have rather had.
Oh, you asked me if I thought it would be better with all the teams members present. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would have had more potential. But I liked what I saw.
Yeah.
Triple threat ladder match. It was good.
My least favorite match was McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar. I thought that match was a letdown. I don't think the main event should be 4 minutes. I think it should have been just a beat, holy hell fight instead of like a 4-minute bullshit, which was the exact same as the Goldberg and Braun Strowman match.
Yeah, they literally had the exact same format. The short match with the same moves, finisher. And then they did the same exact thing for the Brock Lesnar match. And it was about the same length, too. I mean, really was... The heavyweight matches were probably the weakest point of this WrestleMania altogether. Like, when you think of Universal Championship and WWE Championship, you're supposed to be thinking of the top. But, like, performance-wise, everybody else did better.
Yep. I thought Charlotte and Rhea Ripley had the best match of all the women.
Yeah.
Didn't care for the Becky match that much.
It was kind of lame.
The 5...
It was actually a letdown because
you
expected so much more for them. But Asuka and Kairi Sane did have a good match
against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Yeah,
that was a good match. I even liked the 5-way match where Bayley retained her SmackDown Women's Championship.
Agreed.
I liked every match with the exception of McIntyre and Lesnar
and like Daniel Bryan's
Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
That was
I didn't care for that one, and I didn't care for the tag team match.
The Street Profits versus
that match was unnecessary altogether. And then I feel like there was another one I didn't like.
And you had Seth and Kevin Owens, which was amazing. What you think of him flipping off of the WrestleMania sign?
That was dope as hell, obviously.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. When Seth got disqualified and he was leaving, I was so pissed. I was like, this is some bullshit. And then Kevin Owens called him out. I was like, come back here.
I
when we
liked
start
the
match.
opener match too. Elias versus
Baron Corbin. Yeah. Which Baron Corbin basically just murdered him on fucking SmackDown. We knocked him off that platform.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool.
Murder!
We're just murdering people now.
Elias comes back. He's all taped up. Whoops the shit out of Baron Corbin.
His shoulder's taped up.
Whoops the shit out of Baron Corbin. Whoop the shit out of you.
I don't know if he whooped the shit. He beat him.
He started out whooping the shit out of him. Then he got the win.
He still got the win. It's a roll up though, but
yeah, but it's Baron Corbin. I mean, anybody can beat him with a roll up at this point.
Yeah. What's going to happen to Baron Corbin? You think he's just going to go down from here, or what do you think is going to happen for him?
Well, he don't need to be floating around the top. He's not. He's just not as entertaining. Plus, you know, like winning the King of the Ring is kind of like a disease these days. So he probably. I mean, if he does go down, you know, that's just it. He's going down. So sad. Sorry. Bye.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to give this pay-per-view. Wait. No.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the John Cena match. We didn't talk about the Undertaker match.
Oh, we'll dive in. We kind of dived into the McIntyre match. Let's dive into the AJ Taker match. I just love the fuck you, basically, AJ did when they came out with the Thirst. He just pops out of that fucking casket. I was like, oh my god.
I saw it coming, though. It's like one of the druids is like a whole 6 foot tall, like a whole 2 foot taller than the other.
Yeah.
I was like, that's AJ Styles. And fucking his Goonies.
I thought that was cool as shit.
Thought Undertaker's entrance was pretty damn cool, too.
He came out on the bike.
Yeah. The best thing about it was the end when Undertaker's like, throws his hand up, the flames explode out everywhere, and he drives off. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah.
Man, I was listening to Jim Cornette telling some stories about him being like a real biker and whooping everybody's ass all the time in like bars and shit. I was like, fucking A. That's cool shit. Yeah, I just thought it was a cool fight. And it sucks, like, no one, like, just like a couple weeks later, Gallows and Anderson would be fired.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still cool.
Basically went from main eventing Wrestle Mania to excommunicado.
I heard that this is Taker's last match, but I also heard he's going to be at Survivor Series because it's going to be his 30th anniversary. So I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, he could be there and just not have a match.
Yeah. I thought that was my third favorite. I don't consider John Cena versus Bray Wyatt a match. That was more of a movie.
It was interesting, but
I was entertained by it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is cool as shit.
It is also strange as fuck.
Yeah. I was surprised Cena would let him do all that to his character.
That's why I thought, like you said, he pinned him in the ring and then John Cena vanished, and it was like, I guess it's him vanishing from the WWE. I was like, yeah, I think it might be the last time we see him, because he just let him
disappear.
Let his character get owned in a match.
If he came back, though, what would he say? Like, what would he say?
I don't think there is coming back from that.
Oh, yeah.
He would say, what the fuck happened at WrestleMania?
I've been gone for a year. You made 2 movies since then. He goes, yeah, well, besides that.
But the wrestler John Cena's been stuck in a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't fucking know.
I enjoyed it, but I'm not going to consider it a match.
Yeah.
And I thought Otis Ziggler was really great. I
enjoyed that match too, but I still didn't think it was better than you said. Like the Bobby Lashley Aleister Black match, like the actual wrestling side of that match was really good.
Well, I'm considering it as a whole package, and the weight, and is one of the feuds that I've been loving, and I thought it had the best build because the Aleister and Lashley match was just like, whoosh.
It had no build, but the actual match itself had was full of substance. Was my thing. It was like it was a really good altogether match to watch. Like,
and
the finish of that match was fucking dope.
Yeah. Bah. Or he spun around and kicked him
she
right
was
in
like,
the face.
No. Bobby Lashley had the match in hand. No, spear him. Like, He can hear you, but okay. Sets up for the spear. Black mask.
But I think for me, Otis and Ziggler, they had months of build. I was super invested into it. I was on the edge of my seat wanting Otis to win. I was kind of upset Tucker wasn't there to be in his corner. Like, oh, cool, fuck him, he don't get a WrestleMania moment. But I just thought the perfect ending to the match. Now I'm just worried where it's going to go next, because relationships do not last in this universe.
And also they get terrible. Yeah. They're terrible in the WWE universe.
I think that's about everything. I mean, Goldberg match I expected, and
I expected more out of Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, but
Becky Lynch and
Shayna
Baszler was underwhelming,
and then Charlotte and Rhea destroyed it.
Yeah.
So I want to give this pay-per-view a B+. I mean, the only other one we didn't really go dive into was Edge and Orton, which was...
Oh, yeah. Why aren't we diving into that? That was
fantastic.
Fabulous.
Did you think it was too long?
No. I think it was well-paced.
Yeah.
For the time.
A lot of people complain about how long it was.
No. It was the last man standing match. It's supposed to be the longest match.
I liked it. I was like, this is cool.
And honestly, I thought it should have main evented.
Yeah, with what we really got, it should have been a main event.
Yeah.
And it had way more build to it.
And, like, the creativity and the amount of stuff that they thought of to do was good. Oh, I know what the other matches I couldn't think of were that I finally figured out.
What?
It's the 24/7 championship.
That ain't a fucking match.
It counts.
It was just like, okay.
Title changed hands, like, twice, I think.
One on both nights.
Mojo
won it the first time, and then Dipshit won it the second.
Yeah, what's his name?
Rob Gronkowski. Rob Gronkowski.
Ex-tight end for the
Rob Gronkowski.
Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
the Gronk.
I was like, oh, I hope this fucking idiot doesn't come to the WWE universe. Oh God. What?
I hope so too, basically.
Oh.
Thumbs down if he does.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then the Edge match was so good, and I loved when he was on when there was like this weird table, and some reason they got like a steel cage door or a steel cage wall over some desk. He just climbed up there, and elbow dropped him off.
That was cool, yeah.
That was cool as shit. And then
I think it's just like the office at the Performance Center, and like the lighting feature had a steel cage on it, just because like wrestling, it's supposed to look like wrestling. So that was the design, I guess.
Yeah.
He climbs up on it, parkour, elbow drops him,
and I like the RKO on top of that truck.
That was awesome, yeah.
And then he got speared, and then just Edge's emotions when he's going to do that.
That last man standing match, you know how I thought it was gonna end?
How?
When Randy Orton like beat the shit out of Edge and threw him on the back of that truck bed.
Yeah.
I thought Edge was gonna hop off and knock Orton around a bit, and then throw him up into that truck bed and close it.
Yeah.
Until the refs start counting, because he wouldn't have been able to get up and he wouldn't have been able to get out. And then Edge could have just drove off in the truck.
Yeah.
But I like what we got instead, of course.
Yeah. I thought like this.
But I really thought that's what was going to happen. Cause, like,
I knew, as soon as I saw that truck, I was like, it's going to end on that truck.
Yeah. It's going to end up there. This is fucking WWE video game style.
Yeah. And I just thought it was cool. He got the spear up there, and then he got the concerto.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like just a masterpiece.
Sucks, though, because it's going to be a long-ass time if we ever get to see a reunion of Rated RKO. I doubt we will.
I doubt
it'll ever happen.
Who do you think Edge is going? Who's next for Edge?
Maybe he can just like steamroll. Oh shit! I don't know. A lot of people just got fired, so
yeah. But
I was gonna say steamroll through Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
You know who I want?
I just want him to establish himself as like a top-notch threat right now. Cause
you know who I want to see him go up against, and I've been wanting this match for a while. I want to see Edge versus Sheamus.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, you said you've been wanting it for a while.
Yeah.
That's why I said why.
I always thought it'd be a good match. I think they're like around the same height or pretty close.
Okay.
And I don't know, just think it'd be a good match. And then
I'd like to see him. Let's start titles. What title scene do you see him in right now?
I don't know if he'll. I mean, imagine Universal, because there's not a whole lot of people's held the title. So the more names they get behind that belt, because I think that's why they gave it to Goldberg. Like, oh man, we gotta get that name on over the, because they've had
But hasn't he won it once before?
the Universal.
Yeah.
No, I think Finn Balor won it, and then he's been retired when Finn Balor won it.
No, Goldberg. Goldberg has
That's what I was saying. That's why they let Goldberg win it, so you have big names.
Oh, you were talking about when he won it. Okay, so for some reason I was thinking of Mania, and I was like, he didn't have the Universal at Mania, did he?
No.
He did.
But
He did the
but when he
WWE.
fought Lesnar, he had it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
I was saying I think they're trying to get more big names to hold that title.
It's literally only been Lesnar, Goldberg, KO, Finn Balor, Shitface.
Roman,
No, the other Shitface.
Seth,
Yeah, that one. Roman,
Bray. So I think that's everything on Mania. We covered it. Let's gonna move on. I'm giving it a B. You're giving it
a B.
Now it's time for Superstar Report Card.
And this week, we're doing, if you haven't guessed it yet, Well, it's the big show. It's a big bad show tonight, y'all.
I just want everybody to know this is where I found out BJ paused it. And yeah, and you're like, holy shit, all that time got cut off.
Actually, we made it past this, and we were about to start the next segment.
We're at the end of this segment, and then we had all that candy too. Actually, got to try the candy, and you missed all that. You missed the chewing of
They're
us.
probably happy about that.
They're like, finally. No, I know they love it. There's one guy goes, "That's my favorite part."
It's the ASMR shit. People really into it right now.
Okay, so the Big Show is going to get there's 3 different categories: mic skill, ring skill, moveset. Big Show on mic skills, I'm giving him a 6. It's with a few exceptions. He's had really, really good promos, but on average, it's the same. It's the same promo.
Agreed.
Moveset, I'm giving him a 6. It's like same moves: big boot, choke slam, roar. I like his slaps. I like his chest slaps because they seem brutal.
I'm going to give him a 7 just because he's changed it up so many times over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, he does pull back to the signature choke slam because it's that's the best move.
Yeah.
But he's got the WMD. He was doing that weird cutter move for a little while where he like got him by the throat, had him bend backwards and spin around and drop an elbow on him.
Yeah.
Or drop his leg on him or something like that. It was weird. He's changed it up a few times.
Yeah. But
plus he used to do a lot more stuff back in WCW.
I'm just on average though, it's like
7. I'm giving that 7.
Okay, and last ring skill. Is that the one we just did?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
He did moveset.
Okay, yeah, ring skill.
I'm gonna drop it back down for a 6 on that one.
Yeah, 6. He's just
Never really been that capable of everything, but like
he's had great matches, but they're not on average.
yeah.
I mean, he's had really good matches, but mostly it's just okay.
Yeah. Agreed.
So I'm giving him a 666.
6, 7, 6.
And let's see, add mine together, it's 5, 10, 15, 16, 18. And they're giving him
19.
There's a 19. Okay. And what's your favorite Big Show match?
I like when he won his first world championship from Hulk Hogan.
His very first match.
Yeah. Well, that is a good point. Maybe I should pick a different one.
You can pick his first match.
There's also him and Jericho. When they were
Tagging.
tag team champions,
Uh-huh.
and then they broke up and feuded for a minute. I really liked that thing he did with Mark Henry for a little minute. It didn't last long, but he won the world championship off of him. That was a good one. It was a very slow match, but it was a lot of bah, bah, bah. Big monsters slapping into each other.
Yeah. My favorite Big Show match takes place in that time era.
Is it the one versus him versus Sheamus?
Yep. Hell in a
that.
Cell. It wasn't a Hell in a Cell match, but it was at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. That was just a fucking badass fight.
It was a good match.
Probably my top 10 matches.
What, by him or in general?
No, that's my favorite. His match, but
Top 10 matches in general.
Top 10 is probably on there.
Next. Purple.
You fucking farting. So
you slap the thing and it pauses?
So your favorite match is him versus Henry?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
We'll go with that. Well, no. Because he had a good match with Brock Lesnar.
A couple.
When he beat him for the championship.
Yeah. It's time for VJ's all-time favorite
segment.
Cap Coco Show.
Ooh, yeah.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
About 5-6 more segments.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
You gotta get 4 out of 6 correct.
4 out of 6 correct. Let's do this.
Question number 1. What wrestler did the Big Show play in Waterboy?
Captain Insano.
Correct. Okay. Question number 2. Big Show played a gay character in the show Happy. In what movie did he also play a gay character?
Chuck and Larry?
Nope.
What movie? Have we watched it on the podcast before?
No, not. You've seen it, but not on the show.
Be Cool?
No.
That was The Rock. It's like, maybe I'm lucky. They were both gay. How long ago have I seen that?
Oof, it could be 5 years or longer.
Grown Ups?
No.
You have no idea.
MacGruber!
Oh, yeah, it's been a long ass time.
Number 3. Dean Cain and Big Show star in this action film together.
I don't remember who Dean Cain is.
I think he played Superman in Lois and Clark.
I have no fucking clue what this.
Okay, so it's a movie called...
How many points do I have saved up now?
I think you cashed them all in last time. So the answer is Vendetta.
Yeah, I would never do that.
You gotta get the rest of these to win. Question number 4. Before Daniel Bryan cashed in his Money in the Bank on Big Show, who did Big Show just defeat for the title?
Mark Henry.
Correct. What cartoon series movie was Big Show in as the main bad guy? What cartoon series made a movie where Big Show played the main bad guy?
Let's come back to that one.
Come back to it?
Yeah.
What do you mean come back to
Let's
it?
do the next question. We'll come back to it.
Is this a thing?
Can it be a thing? Fuck, I don't know. Cartoon series that Big Show was the main bad guy in.
It's a cartoon show that got they made a movie. It's not a live action movie.
Was he in it as the Big Show?
He was in it as the Big Show.
Oh, was it the Flintstones WWE crossover?
Yes, correct. This is it. Do or die, win or lose, depends on if you get this question correct. What year did Big Show win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
Fuck.
If you were good at math, you can figure this out.
Why would I have to know that? What do you mean, like?
Do you
good at
remember?
math?
Do you just in my head? I was like, I could figure it out by math.
That makes no sense. I would have to have all the variables.
Okay, so what year was the first Wrestle Mania? What year did the Andre the Giant Battle Royal take place?
See, I would have to know all that shit.
What order did Big Show win in?
He was the second winner?
Yes, he was the second winner. What year? What WrestleMania did they start the Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
I want to say 2012. Which would be WrestleMania 36 was this year's. So 8 years ago, WrestleMania 28
Is that what you think, Fred?
was the year that it started. So 2013 would be WrestleMania 29, and I'm gonna guess 2013.
No. It did not start in WrestleMania 28.
When did it start? That would give me the answer,
Yeah.
basically. So I'm gonna say WrestleMania 31,
What year was that? One last guess for the win.
2016. Wait, no, was that correct? 2015?
Final answer?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
That's a close one. And the prize is $10 voodoo voucher.
Fuck yeah!
Alright. We're going to move right along to BJ's fourth favorite segment, the Wheel Topics.
I thought this was my first favorite segment.
I said what's your first favorite segment?
Yeah, don't tell me shit.
Alright, so Wheel Topics. Here are your topics. Dark Cloud. Who got stinky to poo? Big Show or Mark Henry? Kid Masters versus Spider-Man. Book a blind wrestler. Book Big Show in a superhero movie. Book Big Show as a Power Ranger.
Okay, let's book the first one. What?
Dark Cloud?
Stinky poops?
Who has stinky to poo? Mark Henry or Big Show?
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
Yeah.
How come? He had more hot sauce on his?
Yeah, not just that, but like... something just tells me he's gonna have a stinkier poop. It's like... I think it's that show we just watched recently, the Big Show.
Yeah. Okay.
Where he's eating that buffet.
Alright.
But then again, in Knucklehead, Big Show
Stunk
did
out a whole
destroy
bunch.
everybody on a whole bus after eating a buffet. So,
Alright. I'm going to say Big Show.
me too. Now I think about it, it's probably
Okay.
Big Show.
Dark Cloud. Ken versus Spider-Man. Book a blind wrestler. Book a Big Show in a superhero movie. Book Big Show as a Power Ranger.
I guess we'll do Ken versus Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's going to win?
Yeah, Spider-Man's gonna win.
Think Ken could beat you down for a minute?
Yeah, I mean, they get some good hits in. I just think Spider-Man will win overall.
Yeah. I do too.
He's got this talent for overcoming ridiculous odds.
Yeah.
Kind of like Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Who I also think would beat Ken. Unfortunately for Ken.
Yeah, I do too. I think Spider-Man is the Batman of Marvel.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Okay. Next up. Dark Cloud. Book a blind wrestler. Book Big Show in a superhero movie. Book Big Show as a Power Ranger.
Big Show in a superhero movie.
Okay, if you were to make a superhero movie, he doesn't have to be the superhero, but he's got to be in a superhero movie. How would you book it?
I could see him making a good Cinder Block.
Cinder Block?
Yeah. And like an X-Men movie.
I think about the Teen Titans Cinder Block.
Oh. I was thinking of the one from, remember Deadpool video game?
Yeah.
Maybe his name, Blockbuster. My bad. Blockbuster.
Also, a DC villain.
Maybe, I don't know. It's the guy you fight in Deadpool video game.
Okay.
Super big guy.
Cool.
You know what I'm talking about? The one
I think
super
so.
strength and harder skin, punches rocks and throws shit at you.
Yeah.
That guy.
I'm gonna say he's just like the main bad guy is maybe like a gangster.
Or maybe have him play Solomon Grundy.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I think he could do it.
Born on a Monday. fixing that for some reason. Just kidding. Yeah, I think he could do Solomon Grundy. Wouldn't take a lot of words. Plus, I mean, Big Show, I think the more I see him in, the more I think he's actually not that bad of an actor.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty decent.
We're going to dive into it soon.
Yeah, we will.
Dark Cloud. Book a blind wrestler and book Big Show as a Power Ranger.
Shouldn't there be one more?
No, we talked about 3 of them.
Which 3 did we talk about?
Spider-Man.
Stinky Poops. Spider-Man. Oh, yeah, okay. So, book Big Show as a Power Ranger.
How would you book it? Here's how I'm going to book it. Big Show sees Power Rangers fighting at the mall. He goes, huh. And they morph back to normal. And they're like, blah, 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 blah.
Right in front of him?
Right in front of him. Big Show's like, I want that. He just punches one, knocks him out.
WMD.
Steals their morpher. He goes, ha ha, and then he becomes a Power Ranger.
Which one does he punch?
Any of them. He's fucking Big Show.
He punches the Pink Ranger? This
is
is cool. He turns into the Pink Ranger, and they're like, and it's the only one with the skirt. And he starts running through the mall, choke slamming putties.
Yeah.
WMD them right in the Z, and they explode. Goldar's like, I don't want none of that. Run! The Power Rangers are coming.
Alright, and book a blind wrestler.
I would book him as he'd win a lot of matches, but because of sheer luck.
Yeah.
Like tripping, falling, stumbling into like the ropes and stuff. Like I just imagine he's in a Royal Rumble and everybody keeps trying to like knock him out of the ring, and he keeps like slipping and they fall over the top ropes and like they all miss him. You know what I mean? But he doesn't win the Royal Rumble because he's a comedy act. But he's over like Rover for accidental eliminations, and I'd have him win a lot of his matches like that. Like his opponents would be going for their finishing moves, and like it would get fucked up somehow, and he'd like fall on top of them, and win the match. And I'd have him not even know he's a wrestler. He always wanders into the arena by accident.
That's pretty funny. All right.
They play his music every time, and he's like, "What? I can't tell where I am. It's too loud in here."
It would be loud, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. And that's it for Will.
I smell popcorn.
That's it for Will Topics. How did he get the city to city? Okay, never mind.
How did he what?
Get the city to city.
I don't know.
That'd be funny as shit. Okay, so next up, I'll move on over to.
What's his finishing move? Is the
Imagine you just trip like a leg sweep, but with this like blind cane. I don't think it's what they call them, blind canes.
Just a cane.
Okay, yeah, cane.
Walking cane, I think.
I think it'd just like a leg sweep with that, or he hits him in the face.
Or he like spins around really fast. Who's there? Quack! Knocks him unconscious.
Or like he smacks him in the forehead with a cane while leg sweeping him. I don't know.
Or it's like the people's elbow, but he trips and falls on him.
Okay.
And he's like, "What was that?" He's like getting up, like, "What did I slip on?" 1, 2, 3. And the referee helps him up, and he's like, "I won." There, he doesn't know that he won. He doesn't know he's a wrestler. So
I didn't do it.
Why do you people keep giving me money?
Okay.
I imagine Vince McMahon hears this. He's like, "This is brilliant. This is gold."
All right. Movie review. All right, my first up, we're gonna do Knucklehead, the Big Show movie. What do you think?
I liked it.
I liked it too.
Not as funny as I remembered,
yeah,
but still funny. Decent enough acting.
I thought the funniest thing for me was I thought Big Show was the best actor in the movie.
That is what I was about to say too. Funny, funny enough, he was like the best actor in the movie.
Yeah.
I think that's what might be why they chose everybody in the movie. They were like, "Yo, he's just gonna make our boy look better."
No, I don't know.
I feel like Vince McMahon wrote this whole movie. Yeah, I want him to shit on the bus. Yeah, I want it to be really stinky.
I remember the first time I watched it with you, and you were dying at that scene.
Yeah. It was. I still laughed at it.
Yeah. Because I remember what made you laugh at the part where he's crying, goes, "I'm sorry." That's what.
That's where I started laughing. I'm sorry. I felt so bad for him, but I was dying laughing.
I thought the
forgive me.
I thought the main bad guy was a joke. I thought
agreed.
He was doing stupid shit for a very little amount of money.
Yeah, agreed.
I feel like he just wants. I feel like he's seen a lot of movies. He goes, "I want to be one of those bad guys."
I thought his dad was retarded too, though. The
guy from Punisher. He was in Punisher.
Who did he play in Punisher?
He was John Travolta's right hand man.
Oh yeah.
Later turned out to be gay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I thought he was a joke too. I thought he was really dumb.
Yeah.
It's like, why is he? We don't need this. Then they broke his knee, and he's like, "I'll be fine, son. I'll call you back." When the nurse comes into the room.
Oh, with the sponge bath. Yeah. The movie was hit and miss for me. I liked the Big Show. I just thought the bad guy thing, I was like, that's just a little much. I don't feel like we needed it. I feel like it hurt the movie way more than it, helped. I was like, you don't really need it. It could just be about saving the orphanage.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a rivalry he has with another fighter, but I don't feel like kidnapping. I'm just like, that's too much. It didn't need it. It only hurt the movie. I feel like that was the biggest weak spot of the movie, was that. And I think it definitely knocked it down a couple of numbers. Numbers. I just thought he's the best actor. He's the only one I cared for. I thought everybody else was like, I don't really give a shit about you.
I kept trying to think of what I've seen the other girl in.
I looked it up too, and I don't remember.
I looked it up too.
I think the only thing I remember is she played Monk's wife in the series finale.
There's something I know her for.
It's okay. We don't need to look it up.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, I'm glad you are.
We're looking at it.
Okay, thank you.
Future show. Prepare for some cutting.
Don't worry, BJ cut most of it for us.
The girl's from The Office. That's where I know her from.
Who's she play?
She plays Jan. She plays Jan.
Okay.
It's a character that, the main character, one of the main characters, Michael Scott, dates for a long time. She makes his life miserable.
Well, I've never
Jan Livingston.
Never seen the show, but the girl I'm talking to loves it. So
you should watch it. We're gonna watch it for the podcast. Yeah. Next round, we're gonna watch seasons 1 and 2.
Okay.
Sean. Oh, it's a girl. You knocked him the fuck out.
Okay, so I'm gonna give this movie 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
What do you think?
I agree.
And it's mostly because of the main bad guy. Didn't need it. And if it was just less, could have been an 8.
True.
Also,
and my advice to you is to clip your motherfucking toenails.
I do. Okay.
Clip them again.
Also, I thought this movie was done really well in the 90s.
Definitely.
I had a 90s feel.
Yeah.
90s comedy style. Okay, so moving on.
Forgive me!
Our next and final movie that we're reviewing is The Big Show Show.
Is that a movie?
What's movie reviews? So they're all going. Okay, so it's the final TV show of this episode. Okay, so at first I thought it was kind of cheesy. I thought this was going to be a very long review, but after episode 2, I started digging it.
It started getting better. Yeah.
After episode 2, I'm like, characters develop, starting to really like it, and then by the end of it, I was like, more.
Who was your favorite character?
Big Show and the youngest daughter.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
His wife is kind of annoying, but...
His wife's kind of annoying. His middle child's
Yeah.
His oldest is kind of like plot hook, but the youngest one's just funny.
Yeah.
Big Show and the youngest one really. And then the little Show.
Oh, yeah.
Where she comes down dressed just like with the bald cap on, looking like Big Show.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
And my favorite episode was...
You're supposed to be on my side.
Have you heard of a heel turn?
Yeah.
My favorite episode is definitely the one...
That's hilarious, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a heel turn to him?
Yeah,
He's heard of them.
He knows of them. But my favorite episode is where they go on this cruise and like Rikishi's there, Mark Henry's there, McFoley's there. I was like, fuck yeah, I wish there's more of this.
Yes. I thought it was awesome
And
to
they
see
all did
Rikishi in
good.
there, Mark Henry and McFoley.
They all did good.
Yeah, and Mark Henry and McFoley were my two favorites, though. Well, they were all three of my favorites.
Rikishi didn't have a whole lot, but he could sing.
They didn't have a lot to say, yeah, that's true.
And then they at the end they were singing Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Rikishi could sing.
Yeah. And, God, McFoley could not save his life.
Yeah. Well, I was like, man, I hope if they do a season 2, like they should. It's been in the top 10 for like since it debuted on Netflix.
I mean, it's good. It's not bad.
And
plus, like, a good percentage of the shows that come on Netflix are like that.
What?
Like wholesome, family,
Yeah.
kind of lame. But like this one has the hook that the Big Show's in it, and I like a lot of it, like his fighting episode.
Yeah. And what do you think of Urkel in it?
Yeah, I enjoyed him too.
Yeah.
His scheme's never working out.
I hope for season 2 they get more wrestlers in there. I like they keep making references to Taker and McFoley a lot.
Oh yeah. If they got the Undertaker on there, that would just blow my mind. I'd be like, no.
I want to see more wrestlers. They haven't gone on there. I'll just see Mark Henry and them come back. I thought they did great.
Yeah.
So
I was surprised I only saw them. I thought I'd see more.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're just trying to get development on his family.
Yeah.
So I think maybe now that you got kind of like characters developed, I thought that was wonderful. And I think that
it was also short. It was like 8 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So
it flew by. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a drag, but it got so good. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Mm-hmm. Good series.
So check it out on Netflix, and we're going to our final segment. 2 guys in the groove.
2 guys in the groove.
What are you picking?
Well, this week, in honor of all the large and in charge things we've been talking about, big show, Wrestle Mania, I decided to go with something equally as big. Give Me the Loot by Biggie.
Okay.
And by Biggie, I mean the Notorious B.I.G.
Mm-hmm. I knew you were.
Okay.
Cool. I'm going a similar artist, K-pop.
I thought you were about to say Tupac. I was like,
No.
kick you in the face. No.
K-pop. Korean pop.
Yeah, that's not similar at all.
The southern kind of Korean. This is Fire by J.Y. Park.
So, Happy Korea. That's what you're going with?
Yeah.
Happy Korea.
This is really cool. Also, the song also has Conan O'Brien and Stephen Yeun from Walking Dead in it.
Cool.
And it's really cool, and I love this song, and it's really catchy. I was listening to it while I was unloading a truck the other day. So that's my song. If you want to check these songs out, go to our Spotify. We have seasons 1, 2, and 3, and 4 of 2 Guys in the Groove on the Spotify. Check them out. Follow the playlist. Also, don't forget our sponsor this week was Pics of Mojo Jojo's Butt. And if you want to sponsor the show, email us at 2guysinthedark@gmail.com or at coolkidswithasthma@gmail.com. I am Captain Cool, Prince of all podcasters. You can follow me on Instagram at Captain Cool69, and you can follow BJ on Instagram at
Butt Check Bananas.
Follow the podcast on Instagram at 2guysinthedark. You can follow us on Twitter at 2guysinthedark. Don't forget Facebook. You can also see videos of the week and all of our episodes on our Facebook at 2guysinthedark. And we are...
I don't know. Who are we again?
The Big Show?
Does that make me Mark Henry?
Yeah, I think it does.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, you just scratched your balls like 8 times. I'm going to... I hope that one you're real not scratching. Which one's your not scratching hand?
Usually this one.
Okay. We had to smell the no.
Well, I mean, I think I knew, but still smelled it anyways. Sometimes I like to smell my balls.
Who are we?
What?
Who are we?
Oh yeah, 2 Guys in the Dark.